Why the fuck does it say Echo Fox JDCR over there? What the hell?
Again with the Godfist, this time closing.
Even the people running the stream are surprised that he didn't win. He's like, what? You're telling me JDCR didn't win? They're not even watching the matches? JDCR! Damn, the chat room is calling collusion! Oh! You guys are gonna get me in trouble.
He's gonna go again. Gets the shoulder.
Oh man, it still hasn't changed.
Tied up on rounds, one round apiece.
It still hasn't changed. This isn't the way it was scripted. This is like the WWF. This isn't what was supposed to happen. The belt already has his name engraved on it. That was such a great top 8. Man, it was good. Cute hands. What a hero. I wish they could all be that good. The whole time I was watching the top 8 for that last tournament, I was thinking about, I wish SCR was that good. SCR wasn't that good. I mean, it was alright, but it was not nearly that good. That would have been nice. I'm looking forward to Denver. I think this tournament is going to be crazy. I think hearts are going to be broken. I know everyone's going to bring their heart. For sure. And they're going to bring it big time. It's going to be fragile. So I hope people get butthurt. Anytime people get butthurt, it's like, you know, that's why are we even giving a fuck unless someone is really going to put their heart into it. You put your heart into it, you get butthurt. That's why we're watching. So I'm hopeful. Peeling is on risk of elimination. Well, let me put it this way. Peeling is on risk of elimination, right? Peeling is one of the 3 players from the US that qualified to go to the Japanese World Final last year. And of those 3 players, Jimmy J. Tran, Anakin, and Peeling, he, some would say, stands out as being not only a new player, but a wild player, right? A wild styled player that uses one of the cheaper characters in the game, right? So don't you think that Peeling himself feels a bit of pressure to make it again this year after the game has been launched, so he can prove that it wasn't some like Ling Xiaoyu's top tier and cheap and I pulled the beard over everyone's eyes before the game came out. Now the game's out and I'm getting fucked up, right? In his mind, that's there without question, right? So when if he gets fucked up, we're gonna get to be there to watch. You know what I mean? Peeling is super good and he's super cheap. He's the type of player where, but you know, I think his problem is he gets too complacent and he just runs the motions a lot. I feel like he doesn't, he needs more experience. He doesn't have the killer instinct. You gotta have the killer bitch instinct. Sometimes he just sits there and moves his head and it's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Are you trying? But he is. He thinks he is, but he's not. That happens to him. But you know, everyone's got their own thing. No.
Excluding tournaments, what do you think of Yoshi? Is he capable or too gimmicky?
I don't think that there's anything wrong with any of the characters in the game. And I don't know why excluding tournaments, it's implying that I think he's not viable in tournaments. I think that all the characters in this game are viable in all settings, but especially in tournament. All the characters, without question, are viable, especially in tournament. Tournament is what throws like anything can happen, and also not just anything can happen, but you know, general Tekken skill level will really go a long way in tournament over character choice. Tekken skill level, clutch, execution, decision making. In the clutch. Clutch is very important. You know, some players are so good online or in casuals or money matches even. Tournament, they're trash. They're just so shitty. That's super common. In fact, it's one of the most common things in the history of fighting games. That there's always this one guy that's, or more than one, but every arcade had like several players that were very good. They'd fuck everyone up. They'd win money matches, but they got just destroyed in tournaments every time. And tournaments are scary. You're right. Tournaments they're different than everything else. Even different than a money match. And now that we eat sports and there's, you know, there's sponsorship and big stages and a stream where thousands of people watch, tournaments are scary and were scary when they were locals. I promise you, back in Golfland or any local 15, 16-man tournament, you were just as scared then in front of 30 people as you are now. So it doesn't have that much to do with the setting, but the setting doesn't help, that's for sure. Back then it was scary, even with only a few players. And now there's a million people watching. And it's gonna be put on YouTube, so whoever doesn't watch it now, they will watch it forever. I mean, it's, you know, the pressure is higher than ever, the sponsorships, it's hard to be good. That's for sure. You have to really be dedicated, and it's definitely harder to be good now than it ever has been. But at the same time, you know, like I said, general Tekken skill in the clutch goes a long way, and character choice really doesn't matter all that much. We're really starting to see that now with Zhong Ding. Zhong Ding, right? He fucks everyone up with Chloe. Generally considered one of the worst characters in the game. I don't agree, but that's generally what most tier lists say, right? Fucks everyone up, does super well in all these tournaments. And then you got Q-Dance. It's like the polar opposite, where he's like the on-paper best character, Devil Jin. On paper, he's got to be like the best character, right? But who's gonna make it happen in tournament? Boom, someone is. So it really makes you realize that those types of questions where it's like, oh, what do you think of this character? Is he viable in this setting or whatever? When it comes to tournament, every character is super viable, and it's really a matter of just player ability, player clutch. Clutch does it all. That's what it is. It really doesn't matter how good you are. I mean, that's why that cheater ass shit. You guys hear about that pill? I forgot what it was called. Beta blockers. You can take beta blockers. This is some fucking illegal shit. But there are people, I'm not gonna name names, that take beta blockers to keep their cool during tournaments. Isn't that fucking crazy to you? Yeah, dude. It's crazy to me. So you can just play like totally relaxed. Cuts the adrenaline. You know, businessmen use this to give like speeches for work, you know, like a conference, whatever. People use this. Performers, you know, like musicians, they use these to perform. And I know now that players use these to perform. That shit's fucked up. That's brutal, because taking away the adrenaline, I don't know. I don't know how fair that even is. Yeah, exactly. Lots of people do it. This guy says, I take beta blockers to chill me before I do whatever the fuck he said. What'd you say? Conference or some shit. Client meetings. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, dude, there are a lot of... And that's not even... What's that other one? Ritalin? That, like, is it Ritalin? No, it's not Ritalin. There's one drug that these fucking stoners take that it makes you focus, right? What's that drug called? Adderall. Adderall. So you take some Adderall, you take some beta blockers, Jesus, and then have a hot beef injection in the rear, and it's game over. You're unstoppable, right? Jesus Christ. And there's no way anyone's gonna police that shit, because who cares? Grass-fed, like me. I'm grass-fed. Cage-free. You better believe it.